Joining us now is Sri Rajeev Chandrashekar, former Union Minister and currently the Kerala State BJP President. Rajeev ji, namaskaram. Thank you for your time. Your first reactions on what's happened with this school near Ernakulam, which has now been forced to close down for 2-3 days, given the row that's been raised around hijab, a student wanting to wear and a parent insisting.
Look, what can I say? Our party leaders visited the school yesterday as soon as we heard about this. And it is a very distressing situation. The politics of Kerala are reaching a level where you are seeing, on one hand, the Congress party that otherwise in Delhi talks about the constitution and democracy and all of that, getting into a political partnership with organizations like Jamaat-e-Islami, who are squarely and openly opposing India's constitution, India's secularism, want to create Sharia law and an Islamic state. They are now officially being gatewayed into Kerala's mainstream politics with the help and active connivance of the Congress party. Now, so when an injustice like this happens, you certainly cannot expect the Congress to say anything, because the forces that control the Congress's politics will not permit them to do so. And in a lot of ways, what we are seeing is the almost the obvious surrender of the once upon a time largest party of the country to these type of forces. They will not speak a word. I hear today that belatedly the CPM government has said that school uniforms have to be upheld and cannot be compromised. I'm not sure whether that is unambiguous or it is also with any caveats. So look, this is the situation and we have already seen this, by the way, play out in Karnataka and the neighboring state of Karnataka. So there is a very tortured type of politics that is being introduced into Kerala by the Congress party, and the victims of this type of politics are the communities like the Christian community, and we've seen in Sabrimala the Hindu community that seem to be taking the brunt of this type of very it is not even appeasement. I don't want to even call it appeasement, but it's a very tortured kind of a vote bank politics that the Congress is now forcing into the political culture of Kerala.
Rajeev ji, I'll come to Sabrimala in just a bit, but on this school issue, Sean George was there, and I've just read the comment that nearly 110 students, Muslim students, are in the school. They all follow the rules, and suddenly this is now flared up. There is the involvement of the SDPI that's been alleged. The Jamaat is alleged. News 18 Kerala, and we'll put it out here on CNN News 18 also, is in possession of footage which shows that this whole thing was being filmed. It seems kind of orchestrated. There was a YouTuber who's involved in filming this entire sequence.
No, this is 100% orchestrated. It is testing the political culture and the societal makeup of Kerala, where suddenly a group of people, emboldened by the fact that they have, in a sense, the Congress party, they're holding the Congress party to ransom. They are emboldened by the fact that the CPM is a weak government and cannot take a position on this. And therefore, they push the envelope and test everybody else's patience. Look, there is no logic. There is no compelling argument that they can make for a school that has a uniform policy, that has followed that uniform policy all these years, to suddenly make way for this because one particular segment of a community suddenly woke up one day and decided to do so. This is all political posturing, and this is being backed by forces that are, in a sense, embedded now in the Congress party and the CPM. And the proof of that is very clear. Anand, I don't have to make any complicated conspiracy theory. In the recent Nilambur election, the Congress party officially announced an alliance with the Jamaat-e-Islami. The CPM officially announced an alliance with the SDPI. So if you are the two largest parties traditionally in Kerala are openly surviving on the basis of their support, then what is the strength of institutions to push back? And that is where the BJP is standing tall and firm and strong and say, we will not allow this. And if it comes to having to scrap this out. We are willing to scrap this out because legally, every other way, we will explore that this type of forces should not make way into the society of culture, and not only so Kerala society and Kerala's culture, but more importantly, they should not start subverting and taking
The
control of and redirecting where the state is going.
The Kerala Christian community has complained. It was one of the first to go to court with the issue of love jihad. They have complained about narco jihad. They've talked about Islamists and radical outfits targeting their, fraternity, especially the women there, young girls, and it's not just the Hindu community that's under pressure. What happens in this dynamic here? Where does the Christian community then turn to, or who does it turn to if both the left and the Congress, as you allege, are in bed with the radicals?
No, and it is that is the legitimate question, Anand. The question today is: look, there was an open case of love jihad in Ernakulam district, where the suicide note of a young Christian girl says that she was being forced to convert by her alleged boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call it, and the Kerala police, under the Home Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, tries to hush it up, cover it up. Now, look, when those who are supposed to enforce the law, when those who are in charge of law and order and to ensure proper accountable behavior of every citizen, if that institution gets compromised and playing soft peddling these type of crimes, then doesn't that embolden these forces? It's common sense that the law-abiding, hard-working communities today in Kerala, the Malayalis that belong to the Christian community, the Malayalis that belong to the Hindu community, I hasten to add, a lot of Malayalis belonging even to the Muslim community are being held ransom in some sense, and have been taken hostage by this type of very, very shameless appeasement politics that has been driven by the Jamaat-e-Islami and SDPI and organizations like this.
So you're saying,
by the way, are not making it at all. There is nothing subtle about their intentions. They have publicly said, the Jamaat-e-Islami, which is the Congress's partner, has publicly said we want to introduce Sharia law into Kerala. They have publicly said we are against democracy. They have publicly said we don't like secularism. And this is the party that Rahul Gandhi's Congress is today in a political alliance, formal political alliance, and is gatewaying into Kerala's politics. So the innocent people, the hardworking people, Malayalis of Kerala, are fed up of this. This is, we all want to live our lives peacefully, work hard, create a better future for our children. And certainly when our children go to school, we don't want to be worried about the fact that there is some madcap SDPI man who suddenly wants to introduce Sharia or hijab or all these kind of obscurantist issues into our schools. That is not what parents should be worried about. Parents should be worried about whether the children are getting good education. Are they studying in safe schools? Are they getting the skills required to create a better future? Instead of being dragged into this type of nonsensical, obscure, going backward 3-generation type of behavior by the SDPI and the Jamaat-e-Islami.